Mm-hmm.
Every single reason he's given me for why Mark should not have been part of it, I believe is a complete lie. And he blames it on Karen Ann and Yasanovich. And I got screenshots, but now he doesn't have the screenshots. I'm having family problems, so I can't find the screenshots. No, you never fucking had them. You just lied, and people believed
Yeah.
you because you were charismatic and you're on everything.
And it's like, dude, you guys are just falling for like the classic sociopathic plan to gain influence. Like how? What's wrong with you people? Just stop! Please! Please just go away!
You have your own party. Stay in it.
Every word out of his mouth is melodramatic nonsense. Like,
So it doesn't fucking matter. We're going to tell the people anyway. Who cares?
definition of sex offense, not on the list.
And here we are in the Gulag, and it's what
What the
Welcome to the Gulag. Tonight, we're talking trash. We're speaking some truths and we're letting people know what's really going on. There some days seem to be no good sides when it comes to this party, and that is a sad state of affairs.
Maybe I just need to drink more for this one. This is gonna be like an emo sad episode.
You should have some violin music going. I mean, it's sad, but it's also funny as fuck because we make fun of them all the damn time. I mean, you got crazy folk, you got crazier folk, and they're all being led by
Yeah.
really crazy folk. And then on the other side, you had a good thing going, and then crazy folk took over that.
Crazy folk do really well in the LP.
Well, they do really well in politics.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a good branch off here. Why do crazy folk do so well in politics?
Just because they believe they're crazy so much and they find followers and their
Oh,
followers are crazy and then they get money given to them. And that's,
yeah.
I mean, shit. Look,
They're so crazy. They're so
look,
confident.
look. I mean, we're going to get off the LP for a second, but look at Hexath. The other day in that committee hearing, Iran attacked us first. They really did. They've been attacking us for 40 years.
Yeah.
When did Iran throw a bomb at America? Like, they just, when? What day was, I slept through that day.
I know now. They're so crazy that they emit this, like, what it appears to be a raw, pure confidence to the general public. And then they see that and they're like, this person knows what they're talking about. But they're just a crazy person. They don't know what they're talking about.
And that's, yeah, and that's the same kind of stuff that you get with the LP. Whether it's Kyle Davis, whether it's Austin Martin, whether it's Andrew Chatterton, you name it, Angela, they throw shit at the wall with no receipts and it sticks for the right people and somehow they keep getting this edge. You know, maybe it'll be done in Grand
Yeah.
Rapids, but I just kind of have lost all faith. I'm going for the fun.
It's really weird how influence and like power works like that, where it's literally not the person who has the influence, it's the people surrounding them, validating them, and supporting them, and letting them continue to do their bullshit without seeing any receipts whatsoever, just taking their word for everything. And it's like, yo, like, it's your fault too, you know?
Yeah, the other night in our meeting after, so let's talk about Andrew Chatterton. Everybody knows about the most part. But like our meetings, now that he's involved again, because, you know, his district, I don't know, I think maybe 5 or 6 of them showed up and they voted for him. Because like Detroit, Wayne County gets like 4 districts. So, you know, representation and whatnot. Um, but his district in Wayne County elected him and he's been on our board and it's been nothing but bullshit. He wanted to change the agenda. So, I mean, this meeting is our meeting. It's like our second to last meeting before our next state convention, and it's our last meeting before Grand Rapids. And here's the deal: we're in Michigan. It's happening in our fucking state. We should be like rah rah, happy happy, doing the work. Michigan's great. Thank you for coming to our state for once, you know. And instead, we
Yeah.
are fractured. We have Chatterton as our rep. I mean, let's keep going. But anyway, so he gets in there. It was like 30 minutes before we even had the agenda approved because of Chatterton. And the only reason we got it
Jeez.
approved is because for some reason his stuff messed up and he couldn't talk no more. So I quickly said, let's approve the agenda. Somebody seconded it. We voted, and then he came back. He goes, "Well, my audio was bad, and I missed some things. Are we still on approving the agenda?" We're like, "No, no, that got approved while you were gone. It might have been an hour." And then he just kept going and interrupting. We passed a motion that if you interrupted, you get muted, but Tim won't do it. So Tim just kept letting it go, you know, and it was just like, holy shit. 2 hours and 48 minutes, and I don't think we ever got to new business. Or no, even old business. We never got to business. We got to the committee reports. Yeah. I wanted
Jeez.
to present what I'd found out about regions, but we couldn't do that because finally we just adjourned. We were just like, we're done. We had enough votes to adjourn. Even his people voted to adjourn. They were done with him too.
That's insane. It's just so sad that there's just um what would you even call it? I don't even. I wonder. I don't want to be mean to the dude because I think he just new, doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe that's the nicest thing I could say. I think your chair is just new and has no idea what the hell he's doing. Like you can't. Like he doesn't know idea how to run a meeting, so I don't know how he got to be in this position. But I bet you have a lot of insight in how he got to be in this position.
Oh, that's its own mess. Well, there was Mises crossover. So I informed everyone before they even had their super secret council and their super secret crap that I was running for first vice chair for the
Hmm.
fact that I wanted to help form new affiliates and work on affiliate stuff and have access to that part of the city for that reason. Um, Meanwhile, there were back workings that ended up finagling Tim as the alliance favorite, and
Right.
then and you know in these super secret chats that didn't exist and they did exist and they didn't exist, and we finally found out they did exist and existed in many states where people that had been active and working hard were kept out of it, which is what happened in our
Hmm.
state. And so they've enabled Tim in there, and Tim has no clue what he's doing. He's never been on a board before. He barely just started the LP. But when it came to that vote, some of the people working behind the scenes brought young children and teenagers to vote against me. That people are supposed to be on our side, and then also
Hmm.
Mises crossover because he's part of the Wayne County affiliate where a lot of those Mises folk are, and that's just what it is.
Hmm.
And now we're here. He doesn't read his. I mean, and Tim, nice guy, but he doesn't read his emails. He doesn't do any of the chair work. He runs a meeting. And rumor has it
Yeah.
that he was told by Chatterton that he did a great job running meetings. And yeah, because you let Chatterton run the meeting and take over.
Oh my
He was proud of
goodness.
that, from what I heard. And like I said, I don't have anything against him except he's not doing the job and he's not doing it. And we're stuck with it. And it's
See, that's another thing too with these narcissists that are just infesting the party. It's like they're gonna compliment the weak links and push prop up the weak links and tell the weak links they're doing so great. Then the weak links always they have the weak link under their finger because the people who actually care they're gonna be critical because they care. They're criticizing because they care so much and people take it to heart about getting criticized and they're just like I don't like this person, this person's crazy, this person that's a narcissist is nice to me, so I'm going to be in his little entourage now and support him, and when he flings mud at people I'm just going to assume that it's sticking even though I'm not even looking myself.
and and like Trevor
And
Stepp, who is now our vice chair, and our board put him in there as vice chair because that's what the members wanted, even though he's a sleazy slime ball and always has been. Oh, after
mm-hmm,
the meeting and the not recorded part, oh, he informed us that they were part of installing Justin. That were his words. And that they had a super surprise for us in Grand Rapids. that we were gonna pay. They had something they're gonna do to us at Grand Rapids. Okay. Maybe try to
Okay,
disaffiliate us, or
but
I mean, not disaffiliate us. What do you call it? Not seat us as delegates, which would be weird because they got some of those delegate seats. So I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out. I figure that because we don't have much time allotted for actual work, it's probably going to be day 3 before we get through credentialings. That is my thought.
you think it's gonna take that long? Oof. If it takes till day 3, I'm gonna go leave. Just go do other things.
Well, by day 3, we can go to the
Uh,
beach. There's supposed to be a good rock hunting beach out there, like right in Grand Haven, 30 minutes away. There's things.
but yeah, like circling back, I think if the Michigan people didn't get taken out of the LPA Discord and put into the secret group, that a lot of the problems would have been averted by people who could have seen what the hell was happening and questioned it. Even though we're not from Michigan, I'm sure that was going to be their message if we complained was, well, you're not from Michigan, so why should you be in there? Well, I don't know. I probably would have noticed that we had like a first mover, Dana, who's being disrespected blatantly and trying to run, and she'd be a much superior vice chair, and she would be the chair now, and we wouldn't have problems in Michigan now. Over some dude who's not in the Discord, but some people like Boogaloo, bro, and that makes it. And then the American Liberty Caucus is for him, and it's like, what? Isn't the whole idea was us all putting our heads together, like all of us, and solving problems, not
Right. And what
throwing
was
people into
what was really
secret
weird was,
groups and then solving problems with just the special people.
yeah, and like Justin hated the alliance, but he was in the super
Yeah,
secret group. He's with Shelly, who is the
yeah,
one who started all the mess between Justin and the alliance and all the things. And if you think about it,
it's
this
like,
is something that chaps my ass. None of the people that worked our asses off in Grand Blanc to get us all to DC, where we freaking rocked Grand Blanc. We got all the freaking
mhm,
old members back. We filled up that room. It was standing room only because they didn't make it big enough. And
yeah,
we dominated that convention. We had working things. We were working on delegate seats. We were working on floor
mhm,
work, all the things, had agenda, all this stuff. We were ready to go. And we had an Airbnb to work things out of and to do alternative events. And we rocked it. But none of those people got to be involved for this last convention. Or not the last one, the one in July where the changeover happened. Like none of us were involved. But yeah,
yeah,
again, I was a first mover in the alliance, and I was not invited to any of this, and was
yeah.
lied to for so long. And then now, Kyle's like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. And the main person that they were working with, she has basically ghosted the party. She shows up for convention. She does our IT when she wants to. Apparently she quit the alliance too, and that's what I got apologized to again. I should have listened to you, blah blah blah. I was like, well, it's too late now, dude.
I remember when he said that I was slinking away to work with you or something on a Facebook comment. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like he clearly at that point in time had some kind of beef with you. I don't know.
Oh, it was because I was calling him out on his lies, and I wouldn't stop. I was I
Yeah.
was dogging
Well,
them
I
on
guess
their
that's probably why I
feed
don't
when
like
they were
you.
doing their live streams. I was dogging him. I was popping into the. I wasn't on the Alliance Discord anymore, but I was going to the Alliance Facebook page. Oh, I wouldn't stop. I was like, you guys are liars.
Yeah. Yeah, that reminds I remember when LPA first formed, like everything was super rad and everything was going real smooth and we're getting everything done and kicking ass, taking names. Everybody was like working really hard and everybody was getting along with each other. And then, Kyle Davis was showing up to our meetings and he'd like have all this inside information in the meetings about what's going on the other states. And a lot of us are new, and I'm not new, but I didn't really actually get involved with other states outside of South Dakota
Same here.
till like, you know, until I just realized like, okay, I probably should help the resistance out a little bit more and not just like be so locally focused. So I did that, and Phil slid in my DMs, and he's talking about I want to make a refocused LNC pack. So I was like, okay, well, like maybe you should just instead of trying to do everything yourself, just put everybody in a Discord, um, and then we can all work on it together as a group, and that actually gets people like into the project more when they're involved versus just like having somebody do everything and then being like, hey, is this good, you guys? You like this? Come on in. It's like, no, dude, that's not how organic growth works, dude. You gotta. But anyways, he did all the things. He did everything I recommended, and everything blew up really quickly. And then I came in and just fucking started doing the graphics, the logo, just based all the things that built the brand up. Put up the viral video that put us on the map,
Yeah.
and then all of us, like I was saying, like Kyle was getting influence in the group because he knew all this inside information. So I'm even the one that recommended him to like level up into the admin team. So I always do that to myself. I always make errors sometimes. So, like I'm a human being, and that I thought that was not an error. I thought that would be good. I was like, you got an inside intelligence guy. Now I know that inside intelligence guys like secret groups, and they like doing things in back channels and taking people out of the main group and putting them in the secret group, which just divides everybody.
And
So then all of a sudden there's a secret quiet group like caucus in the LPA that basically controls it because it's like a majority of the most influential people are in there because they got pulled into the secret group and they got wowed. And then like that wouldn't be a problem except until Kyle started shitting on people in LP Alliance who were eager to volunteer to help us out, help us with the fundraising aspect. So he starts shitting on Mark, he was pretty big in South Dakota. He used to be a treasurer on the LNC, and he just Steve Dodgeball and Ken Moment said, "Don't trust this guy, guys. So I'm going to cause problems every day until you like submit to my will or whatever." And then I like a few people were kind of like, this is kind of weird, but most of the people just jumped on Kyle's ship because they like Kyle and he brought him into the secret group and introduced them to all these people. And it's like, dude, you guys are just falling for the classic sociopathic plan to gain influence. Like, how do you not know? I guess I don't know. I guess I feel like I've always had butted heads with sociopaths my whole life, so I recognize the patterns more quickly than other people. But it's just disappointing. So anyhow,
but it's
back to my
hard.
main point.
It's hard when you
Oh yeah,
recognize it like that, and then you try to show other people, and they have to wait till they see it because you're seeing the people that notice they're falling off. You know, they're
yeah.
like, no, I notice now. Just same thing would happen with Mises. You know, oh well, we see it now.
It's
Now they're too
exactly the
late,
same thing that happened with Macy's. It's weird,
and it's like he popped.
but it
Like,
is what it is.
yeah, Kyle kind of came out of nowhere for me because I never heard of him, and then all of a sudden he was running everything, and like you said with Mark,
Hmm.
every single reason he's given me for why Mark should not have been part of it, I believe is a complete lie. And he blames it on Karen Ann and Yasanovich. And oh, I got screenshots, but now he doesn't have the screenshots. I'm having family problems, so I can't find the screenshots. No, you never fucking had them. You just lied, and people believed
Yeah,
you because you were charismatic and you're on everything. You infiltrated yourself into this thing. You became all of it between him and Amanda. She controls the torch. They control the podcast. They control what's said here, who makes the calls for what state, where the super secret groups, blah 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 blah. I mean, it got so bad during the Michigan shit that we were just sitting in the little Michigan spot of the LPA, and like a bunch of us Michigan folk Well, a few of us were like, okay, let's come up with a floor strategy. Nobody's talking to us about a floor strategy. We're not having meetings about this like we did. So we started talking floor
Hmm.
strategy. Jamie comes in, you know, oh, we're working on that. Well, where are you working on that at? Oh, in the secret, in the other group. I'm like, oh, the
Yo.
secret group that doesn't exist, right? Didn't you tell me it didn't exist? And who made you queen? I even actually wrote, and I wish I would have screenshotted this, which we should mix some screenshots in when you got this down. Show where Kyle said, "Oh, I have all this the information, but it doesn't exist." But anyway, so she came in and she's like, "Well, we're doing it a different way, and we have this plan." I was like, "Well, can we know the plan?" Well, it's we got to keep it secret. I was like, "Oh, so we're not involved in the plan?" And then I finally said, "Who? What watery tart gave you a sword and named you king?" I'm like, "What the hell, dude? We live in
Hmm.
Monty Python nowadays."
I That's very strange to me, honestly, because even in I don't even know if I was supposed I don't know if it's this is a secret group too, but they're trying to form a region, which you mentioned earlier, and South Dakota is included and Michigan. So, and but anyhow, in the group, it's all like, do we have a contact for Michigan? And it's just like everybody's just like Jamie, Jamie. I'm like, from what I hear from the Michigan people, Jamie's AWOL, but I don't really. I mean, I'm going off what you and I don't know if I don't want to name any other names, but one other person who I'm familiar with in Michigan, like the two people I'm most familiar with in Michigan, are telling me Jamie's AWOL, and Jamie's their secret group Michigan contact. So I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what my point was, but it's just confusing me that why she's the point guard for Michigan when she's AWOL in Michigan. Well, I don't know if she's AWOL, but according to people there,
Well,
some people there, she
she
is.
hasn't discussed the plan with any delegates or board members that I know of.
Oh, well, I can discuss the plan, I guess, since
'Cause-
I'm in there.
I mean, I know what the plan is. I've kind of, because I talked to Tyler a little bit, but I'm not in this stupid, super secret thing because I don't want to be. I refuse to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's secret or not. I had complained that people like when it first started, I complained about the quiet group ringleaders that were in there who weren't even in states that were part of the region. I was like, yo, like, like I'm not gonna be herded into a pen like a sheep. Okay, you already did that. You already tried to do that at the last convention and like make South Dakota be under Dustin Nana as our rep, and he was a Mises endorsed rep. It's like South Dakota would never, ever, ever join a region that have a Mises rep, like ever, like never, ever. And another thing, it's like really offends me is like, who are these people from southern states like Ken Moleman, whatever, Steve Dodgebach? Why are they making plans for my state? They make the plan and then they invite the state in and tell them what the plan is. It's like,
Yes.
uh, why are you making plans for my state? Like, what are you, that is offensive to like the highest degree. Even if the plan is good, you don't just make plans for people like you own them. All right.
I told Tyler
And then
that.
we don't agree. And if we don't agree with joining your region, you don't shit on our delegation chair. You don't send your lapdog Kyle Davis to shit on our delegation chair and blame him for other states not joining the region. It's up to the state delegations to join regions, not a region rep, not a former region rep, not South Dakota delegation chair. Like none of that has nothing to do with your regional formations.
See,
And we would have never accepted Justin Nana as our region rep. So like, what is like? I'm gonna. Oh my god, I gotta call dog. Like that. That the whole drama, because that's the drama that pretty much put the wedge between me and like LP Alliance like significantly, because it was petty drama from years ago, and somehow this I have to come here and try to volunteer for this project and listen to this every freaking day. Are you kidding me? None of the other people there. Okay, maybe I was hard on some people too when they fucked up. So I guess other than me, no one there was like other than me shitting on people. It's just like, oh my god, I don't even know where I'm going with this. I guess I'm trying to admit that I'm hypocritical sometimes.
Well,
But like I didn't go that hard. Like not day after day after day on the most petty, stupid thing that doesn't matter. I was like I would get mad about day to day things that happened in the org, and like if I did something that took off real well, someone else would do something that like erased 50% of what my work did to help because it was an error. And they didn't take the advice of somebody more experienced to not do the error. So I get really mad. But
well, and
you know,
like the way that
okay, I'll
they,
passing the baton to you.
yeah, the way, like I said, the
You
way they
go.
do it, the way they mess, like even the regional thing. Okay, I'm on my board, and I'm a delegate. And we made a rule at this last convention. We did a motion that the delegates had to be involved because of what Region 1 did. When they went behind the backs of all of their states and just did the thing without permission, voted on themselves to be there, like Andrew, and we had no say, none. And that was, oh, Karen Ann can say she's sorry all the fuck she wants, but she fucked shit up. So
Yeah, that's
she fucked
another
up my
thing. It's
entire
just like,
state. I'm sorry, fuck her. But
yeah, that's like another thing. It's just like, why are we blaming? It's like, why? I don't get why we're blaming Mark for. We're blaming Mark for Region 1 too. Kyle was blaming Mark for Region 1, and it's just like, everybody knows Karen. Like, I know she feels bad maybe now, but everybody knows Karen basically had a direct hand in making sure Region 1 got the done deal. She was the secretary. She stamped the paperwork, even though the other states' affiliates weren't following their bylaws to join it. So it's just like
she set
that's
it up.
why.
She didn't
But
just,
Kyle's all about Karen.
yeah, she set it
Karen,
up. She didn't
Karen,
even just
Karen.
stamp the
It's just
paperwork.
like
She set it up.
it's like he is so he's literally in with these Mises people so deep. Like I didn't even realize how deep he was in with these Mises people. I would have never recommended him to be anything in LPA. I
Well,
would have been like, fucking like, get the hell away from me.
early on, he was all over Meredith and fucking dipshit with the duck lips dude. Adrian Malagon.
Malagon. Because Malagon got them on the bylaws committee. So it's like, okay, so why is this Mises guy who's like, Angela's like, what, number 3? Like, putting that Kyle and Amanda on the bylaws committee. And then all of a sudden, LP is about bylaw proposals, which is not what the hell we're about. We're literally just a kind of like, we're about, we were
Taking the
about
party.
forming a coalition of all these little groups against the Mises Caucus, who like were the at the time they were big and like bigger than all of us combined, and we had a group together to counter them. And then like Angela, the embezzlement thing happened, and Macy's like just imploded. And then after that, it became they changed it to now that all these people are in the secret groups, we're not against Mises Caucus anymore. That's a thing in the past, and um, we are gonna start shitting on resistance members too. I've got a list of names recommended to me by my former Mises friends. It's just like that's what it felt like, anyways. Not what it felt like. That's like besides the list thing, I just made that up, but that's legitimately what happened. Now we're not against Mises, and now we're about bylaw proposals, and we're gonna push these bylaw agendas crafted by people that just joined the party a year ago, have never been to a national convention. Just like, okay, I get it. You guys are smart, went to graduate school. Yeah, yeah, hoorah. But like, everybody will tell you that having actual experience in the streets is superior to going to college for like 8 years
Well, yeah,
and
because remember
building these groups up.
you were there that night on their cocktail hour when we were talking about activism, and I have decades of activism, and they pretty much told me to fuck off. And that's when I
Yeah,
walked out. I was like, I just wasted time dealing with you fuck. I'm gonna go outside and do mushrooms and sit by my bonfire. I am done with you.
it's this like college brain snobbiness. Like, okay,
You've never activismed once in your life.
it's just like you guys aren't even hiding the fact that it just seems like everything, like it basically became everything you volunteered for had to be basically to support certain the ringleaders of the group, and it's just like, okay, this is like Mises Caucus, exactly like Mises Caucus. No elected leadership. There's just chosen ones. They control all the assets. There's nothing you can do. They have ultimate veto power anytime. That's how our show basically got banned from being an LPA show.
Well, there was that day, and there we had screenshots of this too. We got receipts. Um, where it was a Jewish holiday or some shit. So all of a sudden, we were all observing the Jewish holiday, I guess, and there was going to be no business list. And so
Oh
Rose was
yeah,
getting together with you, and then me and Alexis, whatever her name is. Um,
yeah,
we were like, oh, well, we'll do it. We could do it. I've got podcast experience a little bit with Jeremiah. And, I was like, we got
yeah,
this. No, 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 you guys can't do it. We have a plan.
yeah. I'm like, what was that? And then literally a week after that, I was like, okay, well, you don't want us helping with your show, even though you're both taking the day off, and we can keep the show going. And you have like original cast members on there, like Rose and Jake Porter would have been on there still. It's not like we're gonna be on the show. I was literally just gonna be in the back room producing it. I literally started the business list. I literally fucking made all the graphics in the intro video, and I recruited the everybody except Kyle. And like, okay, so it's like if anybody can like substitute produce the business list, it would have been me. But no, you can't do that, Devin. And then that's when he found out I still had access to the X account. Oh, and all of a sudden now my access to the X account's revoked right when I say, hey, well, Dana and I are doing a show. I think it'd be good to have different faces, be like different people, be figureheads and faces of LPA than the same two people every time. Oh, literally hours later in the middle of the night, I get removed off the X account and told that they voted on that 2 months ago. Like total Andrew Chatterton excuse bullshit. Like, okay, you voted on that when I wasn't there 2 months ago, and now you're doing it right now in the middle of the night. Okay.
Oh, and
I
they
guess we'll
did
just build
it.
our own brand.
They did it at a meeting that's not recorded and there's no minutes.
No, because we don't. They don't want to do that because it's. I don't even really know that would make things. That'll make Phil and Amanda and some other people not want to participate if we do that for some reason. So okay, uh, having like we invented writing like what 50,000 years ago. But we're gonna go back to before then when we didn't have writing as an invention for the human species, and we'll just organize that way, where we don't write down our procedures or how, like, we're just gonna make things up. See, that's like what Sarah got booted out for because she kept bringing up the ambiguous leadership where you don't just say you're the leader, you just ambiguously are the leader because there's no written structure and you just have influence and people supporting you at particular times to enact your will.
Yeah, I saw that whole rundown because I was still part of the LPA when they went into their little side session of bitching at each other. And he was just deciding, I don't like what you did with the website, so we're not doing what you did, and blah, 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 blah. Then you stole things and all this stuff. And she's like, fuck you, dude, I did not. And he, I mean,
No.
and they did the same thing basically to Jeremiah. Here, do this thing. We're not going to give you any structure or anything to do. Run wild, go for it, and then we're going to tell you we don't fucking like it, and you can fuck off. They did. Then Sarah, they did even worse. They accused her of stealing and sabotaging, and I mean, it was like right out of Andrew Chatterton's playbook, right there. Sabotage, stealing, blah blah blah. No proof, no receipts, no nothing. And here's poor Sarah going, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And they
I
still
saw
trashed her
that and I
name.
was like, the second I saw that, I was like, yeah, I can't invest my time here because I'm like this. The longer I invest my time here, that's inevitably going to happen to me too, and it already kind of did happen to me. I just kind of like wrote it off and was just like, you know what, like maybe I was too hard on people, and maybe I should just chill and just be a part-time volunteer, and not go so hard, and just let these guys do everything if that's what they want to do. But no, even after seeing that from Sarah, I was like, I'm not even gonna give part-time to this. Like, this is ridiculous. No way, dude. They literally pushed out everybody that I liked working with, one by one, until it was basically just me there, and then like then I'm being labeled like a crazy person for just being alone, and no one else has my back now because they're all been pushed out. So it's like, okay, this isn't fun anymore. Like, that's the driving factor to make any group work, is it's fun or not, and it just
Yes.
hadn't been fun in months and months. And it's just like, okay, I'm gonna build something. I want to build something fun again, like I was doing before all this
Well, that was me because
quiet group infestation happened.
yeah, I was one
So
of
yeah,
those. I was one of those that left before you because I was pissed about the Michigan thing. I was pissed about the super secret stuff. I was pissed about the lies. I was pissed about what they did to Mark and then Sarah and then you and then even the shit with Jeremiah was stupid. I mean, it was just it kept going and going and going, and then finally one day I was because it was just after the thing with you when they took your access away. I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I'm done. I was like, this is no different
yeah,
than all the other bull I've been through since 2022 in this stupid fuck party. I'm over it. You guys are no
yeah,
different than Mises. None. And then I just kept going on to him. I mean, like I would come on to, like I said, I would come on, oh, super secret sessions and meeting to have a meeting about a meeting over here in this group chat for this group chat over here for this one for that one. I mean, I kept going. I even had Joe and Noosh going on with me about, oh, well, we have to have a group to make a group to make a group, don't you know? I mean, and then
yeah.
this
It's
bullshit
just
with
so
Hawaii, they
irritating.
fucking left Kelly out to dry. That was bullshit. Like when it all happened, I was like, well, I don't PayPal, so I can't do this. So we were able to hook me up with the thing. And I was like, what exactly are we doing here before I agree to this? Oh, and I'm going to say
Yeah,
it
that
out
was
loud.
another thing.
We are going to help
Like they
Kelly
didn't.
take over her party because Austin maneuvered himself in just like Andrew Chatterton did with lies and bullshit, got himself in there, and she needs help getting her party back. And that's what I was told. And that's what we did. Then all of a sudden, mid game, we're not doing that. That's not why we were here. You just
Yeah,
made us all look like liars because this is what you said.
yeah. That's exactly what my point was. And that Sarah went even harder than me, and it was like, yo, like we can't. We need to have a reputation of being honest, especially now, especially with what the party's been through with all the liars. Like, we need to have a reputation of being honest,
Yeah.
even if we get pegged down, even if we lose a couple runs in the score on our scoreboard. Being honest is better than
Well, the dishonesty is what
lose
got us into all
losing
this
more
mess.
runs later down the road from people noticing your lies. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and that's another thing that made me, that was like irritated me. It was like all this Hawaii takeover shit was discussed in the secret group, and it wasn't in the LPA Discord, so I didn't even know about it until it was like hours from happening, and it's like, what the absolute hell, man? Like,
Yeah, same here.
like I'm the one who's running around saying that we should need to be anti-Mises and have a strong anti-Mises message. You're the one saying no, 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 we're not anti-Mises, but you're running the takeover project, the takeover Hawaii from the Mises Caucus project in a secret group without me. What the absolute fuck? And who else was excluded? All the other anti-Mises people.
Yeah, I
Like,
came
oh
up
my
last
goodness,
minute.
like
I think
that.
I became a
That was so
yeah.
lame.
I think I became a member of Hawaii like maybe an hour before the meeting started because it showed up in the strategy, and I was like, oh, I'll be your Huckleberry. I'll
Mm-hmm.
do this. I'll be
That's the first time I saw it too. It was just in strategy chat all of a sudden. It's like, why was none of the strategy discussed? I guess.
because
Oh, it
you're
happens
not
at the
super
meetings
secret.
while I'm at work, or like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? Why can't, like,
Because
you
Devin,
can't send a memo out to like the hardcore volunteers?
Devin, you're not super secret special.
I know. That's literally it. It's literally because I'm associated with people they don't like. And it's like, I'm sorry that I'm friends with a different set of old guard people than you guys. Like, there's a lot of old guard people, and you guys decided to camp with this hegemonic A old guard, and I'm not trying to like be a servant for this other old guard people. I'm just trying to be friendly, and I'm not gonna like believe shit they're saying about them unless I see evidence, like a real human being. Like I'm not taking your word for it.
Oh yeah, I want receipts, especially if it's somebody like. I mean, I was never in South Dakota. I was one of Mark's like besties, but he had been part of my Facebook group, my discussion group for a long minute, and we'd been friends on Facebook for years, and we'd had conversations here and there about things, and I was like, he's a good guy,
Yeah,
you know.
he was like the only rep on the LNC. He was the rep on the LNC during McCardle's reign when she had full power. The entire board except for Mark and like Beth Best was all Mises, hardcore Mises, and they were united. They weren't fractured. And now it's just like, oh, now all these Mises people are shitting on Mark in the secret group, and now we have to shit on him and the resistance. No, dude, that's not how things work.
And then, like, you know, you
It's
see
like,
Dodgebach. Like you said, he was sitting there in that regional thing where it was none of his damn business. So you got
no,
Dodgebach in
we
that.
just,
You had Dodgebach in the secret group. Dodgebach was in the Michigan secret group. And then he kept telling me, and
mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it till later where this was coming from. He's like, well, you guys need to stop the infighting. I'm like, well, I'm not infighting. I'm just standing up for my rights and do what I'm supposed to do. And I'm
You're
doing the right
sending
thing.
yeah, like
He
he's
kept
sending
correcting me on
his
Facebook.
lapdogs in to cause infighting is what's happening. I don't like, or maybe he's not sending them. Maybe he's just saying something about someone, and then Kyle's just doing it because he's just a piece of shit.
Well, I mean, you had Justin in there, and
But it's
Justin
like,
and Jamie were talking bad about me the whole fucking time. That was finally admitted too. But
yeah,
yeah, they were talking bad
it's
about me
like,
and saying, "Oh, she's doing all this
I'm
shit." Well,
sorry.
are you noticing me do this shit, or am I just sitting here trying to run for a fucking office? That's what the fuck I'm doing.
Mm,
I'm playing strategy to fix things in my fucking state. Whether you guys want me to be part of that or fucking not, Mr. Dodgebot.
yeah.
And now we're gonna have to bleep all of that, and I'm so very sorry.
No, we've got an AI bot that bleeps this show for us now, so that's good. That's actually a creative use for AI that I appreciate. I don't like the way Austin Martin uses AI, but I use AI to bleep the show of all the curse words, and now it's somewhat family friendly. Maybe not family friendly, maybe like PG-13 friendly,
Thank you,
but
Skynet.
I don't know.
Thank you, Skynet, for putting us in this potty
It's
mouth.
so good too, and it even like tells you how much of like what percent of the word do you want bleeped out, and I always just do like an 80%. That way you can hear kind of what the word was supposed to be. I wonder if historians are gonna look back on these bleeped words and just laugh about it. Be like, they were like bleeping like words out of just like, why do you have the words if you can't say them?
Exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, now we're off subject, but one day some dude said, "You can't say these words, they're bad."
Yeah, they probably came up with it in a secret group. They're like, you know what, guys, like the commoners, they keep saying fucking shit, bitch ass, motherfucker.
Oh shit, now you're starting to sound
Like
like
I heard
George
ass
Carlin.
the other day. Like, listen, we gotta ban these words. I don't like hearing them. And then everybody else in the secret group was like, yeah, you're right. We'll just use our influence and all the groups we're in that aren't the secret group, and we'll just hydra this thing until it like bend to their wills and get our tentacles in there.
It's evil.
Okay,
You'll go to hell if you say these words.
now we can't say fuck.
Oh gosh. One of my favorites, and I'm not going to say it because they'll bleep it, is the C word, the dreaded C word. I watch Shameless UK and I call everything one of them. It's one of my new favorite words for the last 10 years since I watched Shameless UK. I even get a bit of an English accent when I say it.
Yeah. Well,
But like, oh God, that was something funny too. Um, because they don't bleep our meetings. Um, Skynet doesn't bleep our meetings yet. Um, I Andrew, the last two times I've lost myself and cursed out Andrew. Occasionally I do it in Spanish. And he's bring the member to order. The member was cursing at me. Oh my God, Andrew, have you not ever been cursed at, young man? I'm in mom
uh,
mode on you. Deal with it.
I feel I've been the opposite on that situation. I pretty much get cursed out sometimes. I literally, now that I think about it, I'll get the one getting cursed out because I'm bringing up something people I don't know some certain person don't want to talk about, and then it's like I obviously want to talk about it, so I want to get to the bottom of it. Then I'll get cursed out, and then I gotta be like, oh, then I gotta. Can you bring them to order? Can we have some? Can we have some decorum, please, in the meeting? You did do it. I just do it like in a really soft, like, like I'm not. Even though in my heart of hearts I wanted to fire back. Um, it's actually tactical, I think, anyways, to um, be as polite as possible in the like an official noticed meeting that's recorded. Just because the laymen that are just watching are the common people, the people that are part timers are not even less than part timers. Like they're the call ins, like who hardly pay attention to anything. Uh, they don't, or maybe it's not even that. It's human nature to just side with the person who's polite for some reason versus the person who's right and like cursing. like like the secret group got into people's heads so hard that the person who's right but they're cursing, like they're gonna be seen as the big baddie, but the person who's just polite but being a total piece of shit, like every motion they're putting forward is like an ass motion, an ass move, but they're doing it in a polite way. Like for somehow people will just step over to that person's side. It's like, okay, what is that? Maybe we should get like a psychologist on this program some point. We'll talk about libertarian social groups and
Look, see,
how they're structured.
I am this weird mixture of Northern Michigan biker, raised by a
Mm-hmm.
biker, been a biker my whole life. I have a potty mouth. We all know that. I could be calm. I
Yeah.
could clean up well. I've run for state house and done really well. I clean up well. But when you got someone who's a narcissistic that just talks over everybody, just butts in, doesn't have any decorum, pretends he's the chair, and he just goes and goes and goes. Occasionally, I just go full off, and it just happens, and it's what I do. Um, I just have this point, and I mean, I'm empathic.
Mm-hmm.
It starts to just get to me, and I'm just like, I cannot deal with narcissists well. I mean, it brings back PTSD
Yeah.
from my ex-husband. I mean, I haven't been with him for 20, 30 years now. And I still have like, I'm like, here he is, they could just be that way. And they're just like, fraud, saboteurs, but they say fraud and saboteurs in a nice voice, and that's okay. And then they just keep going and
Yeah.
going and going. And you're just like, shut the fuck up, dude. He accused me
Yeah.
of
That
wanting
was.
him dead because I said, well, like something like, it would be good if he didn't ever exist or something like that because we were in the chat. Dana wants me dead. No, I don't, you stupid fuck. I just want you to shut up. And Larry Johnson even brought it up in one of our meetings. He's like, Mr. Chair, just because Andrew does it in a nicer, calmer voice than other people do, doesn't make them right. The other people are the ones that are right.
Mhm.
I mean, and
And that's the thing people need to, I don't know, adapt into their mentality. I think is I brought this up at the beginning of the show where the people who are hyper, like, maybe get overexcited and start cursing and blah blah blah, they care. That's why they're like that. They care so much and they just can't control how much they care for like a short time frame. And the narcissist they have a tried and true technique. They've been doing it over and over and over and over again, and they come to find what works for them is to be super polite about their narcissistic bullshit and to make the truth teller look crazy. That's like their number one playbook gimmick. So I know it's hard for people, and I know it doesn't always. It doesn't. It's not a one situation fits all because like we all know Austin Martin's a fucking crazy lunatic, and he's the one screaming and ranting, blah blah blah, and he's actually crazy.
Oh, he's not.
But for like the most part, uh, sometimes the crazy people aren't crazy; they just care, and they're vocal about it, and they're turning the volume up too high, maybe. But maybe not. Maybe people aren't listening enough, and people who are deciding they're not going to listen might be an issue too. Like maybe if you people were listening to them, they wouldn't be so erratic. Is that the word? I
Listen
don't
to
know.
us and come. I mean, because you got to figure in Michigan, because of all the crap that's been going on since December of 2022,
Mm-hmm.
when that they did what they did, and then the lawsuit and this stuff, and it's just been going on and going on and going on. And the one main denominator is Andrew and his minions. And they just keep going and keep going and keep going, and they won't
Mm-hmm.
make it stop. And now we're down to a skeleton crew in Michigan. Like we used to have large delegations and large conventions and
Yeah.
fun, and it used to be so much fun. You used to look forward to going to a convention. Now it's like, oh, goody, convention's coming. I'm not even
Mm-hmm.
going to our convention in June because I just don't care anymore. I'm going to finish my I'm going to stay on this as long as I can, but I'm getting to the point where I'm like, why? And then we have lapsed members that are like, well, if you would do this, well, if you would come and volunteer, maybe it would help because, we're all, there's like five of us that are on all the committees because nobody wants to
Mm-hmm.
volunteer for committees. Nobody wants to do anything anymore because they're all just done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Mises wanted.
Yeah.
And that is what Mises wanted. And that is what Mises got. And then the Alliance came in, and that's what the Alliance wanted, and that's what they got. So they want their little group, and Mises wants their little group, and it's destroying the fucking party.
Just design the entire Discord for us to elect a board, and then I put in a whole bunch of times because I'm assuming I'm building this thing up so we can get an elected board someday and be a real organization, and then have be told, oh, things change, we're not going to have an elected board. It's like, well, why didn't you tell me that at the very first meeting? Because then I would have just not volunteered a lot, and it wouldn't have mattered to me. I'd be like, okay, good luck, guys. There wouldn't be hard feelings or anything, or resentment or anything. I would just walk out the door. You probably wouldn't even know who the hell I am anymore.